30,000 years ago, men were not trying to become successful. They were trying not to die. The world of the Ice Age was brutal. Winter could kill you. Hunger could kill you. Predators hiding beyond the firelight could kill you. A single failed hunt might mean days without food. A broken leg could mean death. And every night, small groups of humans sat around campfires surrounded by darkness they could not control. But here is the strange part. Out of that frozen world, something may have been created that still exists today. Modern men live in cities. They use phones, cars, and computers. Yet some psychologists and anthropologists believe parts of male behavior today may still carry echoes from the Ice Age. Risk-taking, competition, protective instincts, the need to prove capability, the drive to survive pressure. These traits may not be modern at all. They may be ancient. And to understand why, we have to go back to the Ice Age. Around 20,000 to 40,000 years ago, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. Small bands of maybe 20 to 50 people moved constantly across frozen landscapes searching for food. There were no cities, no farms, no safety nets, only survival. Men often faced enormous pressure. Hunts were dangerous. Large animals fought back. Predators competed for the same prey. And failure carried consequences modern humans rarely experience. Because survival was not individual, it was collective. One hunter failing could affect the entire group. But the Ice Age created a brutal question. What kind of men actually survived this world? Because not everyone did. Some humans froze, some starved, some never returned from hunts. And slowly, survival began filtering people. The men who stayed calm during danger had advantages. The men who adapted survived longer. The men who worked together protected their groups better. Because hunting during the Ice Age was not about strength alone. Large animals like mammoths, bison, and deer were dangerous. One mistake could injure or kill hunters. Success required planning, patience, communication, risk management, and trust. Imagine standing in freezing wind while tracking prey for hours across snow. No shelter, no guarantee of success, no certainty you would return with food. Yet people still hunted because the tribe depended on it. And this pressure may have shaped behavior. Modern researchers often discuss how ancient environments influence human psychology. Humans evolved under survival pressure for thousands of generations. Evolution moved slowly. Civilization changed rapidly, which creates an interesting possibility. Modern life changed, but parts of the ancient mind remained. The desire to compete, the urge to protect, the attraction toward challenge, the need to prove capability. These behaviors may have once increased survival, and the Ice Age may have strengthened them. But survival was not only about hunting. There was something even more important: the tribe. But survival in the Ice Age was never individual. Humans survived because they stayed together. A lone human in the Ice Age was vulnerable. Groups survived, tribes survived, because one person could watch for predators, another could gather food, another could protect children, and hunters could provide resources for everyone. Every role mattered, which may have created strong social instincts: loyalty, cooperation, protection, status, responsibility. Because inside small Ice Age groups, reputation mattered. If people trusted you, you stayed close to the tribe. If they did not, survival became harder. And this created another pressure: capability. Being useful increased value. A good hunter helped the group survive. A protector increased safety. A skilled tracker improved food chances. Capability was not status for pride, it was survival. And some researchers think this ancient pressure may still echo today. Modern men no longer hunt mammoths, but many still chase achievement, competence, recognition, purpose. The environment changed, the drive remained, and every night during the Ice Age, while firelight flickered against the snow, people sat together watching the darkness beyond camp. Because predators were still there, the world was still dangerous, and those nights may have shaped something deeper than survival: human connection. But then, the world began changing. The Ice Age slowly ended. Humans stopped wandering endlessly across frozen landscapes. Farming appeared, villages appeared, then cities. For the first time in history, survival no longer depended only on hunting. The world became safer. But evolution moved slowly. Humans spent tens of thousands of years adapting to survival pressure, and only a few thousand living inside civilization. Which raises an interesting question. If the Ice Age shaped human psychology for so long, did those instincts ever truly disappear, or are they still quietly living inside modern men today? Because even now, people still seek challenge, still protect, still compete, still search for purpose. And some believe these may be shadows from a world that disappeared thousands of years ago, a world of snow, campfires, and survival. Modern men do not wake up inside frozen camps anymore. They wake up in cities, apartments, offices, a world filled with technology. But human evolution did not move at the same speed. For tens of thousands of years, humans lived under survival pressure. And some researchers believe parts of that ancient psychology may still remain. Take risk, for example. Ice Age hunters faced uncertainty constantly. Every hunt carried danger, every decision had consequences. Risk was unavoidable, and even today, many people still feel drawn toward challenge, competition, adventure, achievement. Then there is protection. For Ice Age groups, keeping the tribe safe meant survival, protecting children, watching for threats, defending resources, and even now, protective instincts still appear across human behavior. But perhaps the strongest connection is purpose. Imagine waking up in the Ice Age. You knew exactly why you existed that day: find food, protect the group, survive. Every action had meaning. Modern life is different. Many comforts exist, many dangers disappeared, yet people still search for purpose, still search for meaning, still want to feel useful. And maybe that is not random, because for most of human history, being useful meant staying alive. The world changed, the ancient mind adapted. But perhaps it never disappeared completely, because somewhere beneath modern life, beneath the screens, the cities, and the noise, there may still exist the shadow of a person sitting beside an Ice Age fire, watching the darkness. And maybe that is why the Ice Age still feels strangely familiar, not because we remember it, but because it may have helped shape us. 30,000 years ago, small groups of humans sat beside campfires surrounded by snow and darkness. Beyond the firelight were predators, hunger, uncertainty, survival, and every day demanded strength, adaptation, cooperation, purpose. That world disappeared long ago. The mammoths vanished, the glaciers retreated, civilization replaced survival, but evolution rarely erases the past, it builds on it. Which means somewhere inside modern life, inside offices, cities, and glowing screens, there may still exist the shadow of the person who once stood beside an Ice Age fire, watching the darkness. And maybe that person never truly left. The Ice Age ended thousands of years ago, but its world may still echo quietly inside modern minds. And tonight, while the world sleeps safely around us, some ancient part of humanity may still remember the fire,